No Lazy Bones Magazine. We're here with Joey Fresh and my man's KD Sawyer. You know what I'm saying? He's an up-and-coming barber. Well, he's not an up-and-coming barber. He's actually an established barber. He's a wardrobe stylist. And what else you is, my man? Like, you know, you do a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're all about style, fashion, creativity. I'm loving that, you know?
Yeah, you know, I'm just like multiple things.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm professional barber, like you said. I'm also a wardrobe stylist, but I also do professional photography as well.
Awesome, okay.
So it's like
so you're all about style, all about aesthetics.
Style.
You know what I'm saying? I can see you got that drip on right now, sir. You know, my boy.
Had to come, right?
Yes, sir. So starting off, can you give us a little bit background yourself? Are you from Jacksonville? Or like how long have you been staying here? You know what I'm saying? Like, give us a little bit of background about yourself.
So I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. I came here, parents kind of like separated and whatnot, but you know, came here in Jacksonville, Florida, probably like early 90s. And you know, me and my brothers, my siblings went to school here, different schools in Jacksonville. Graduated from Andrew Jackson here, so that's my alumni. But I've been here pretty much most of my life. And you know, barbering and stuff like that, stuff that I do, everyone in my family has tapped into that. And I just like embraced it throughout my years. So when I have family that's in the fashion, I have a cousin that's a designer, dad was a barber, and then the photographer, then that just, you know, that
it all kind of blends in with the whole aesthetics background and kind of like, you know what I'm saying, all about style. So what started you off like what made you who you are right now? What I mean by that is, did you start off as a barber and then came a branch out into those other, you know what I'm saying, those other business ventures? Like, is that how you did? Like, how long have you been cutting hair, or how long have you been, you know what I'm saying?
I've been cutting hair, so watching my dad cut our hair growing up, you know, that's where it all came from. So to myself, I was saying, you know, one day I want to be able to cut my own hair. You know what I mean? And it trickled down from my dad to my brother. And my brother got older, he stopped cutting my hair, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just start cutting hair. So I was cutting hair through the neighborhood, on the back porch, in school, man, and I was like, man, you know what, I'm gonna take this and make it a career. Went to the military. I was cutting hair in the Navy. So you know, when I got out, I went to barber school and just started, you know, grinding, and I was still cutting hair at the same time. But when I graduated, I was like, I'm about to make this thing a true career. So after being in the game, I've been cutting for 20 plus years now.
20 plus years, wow.
So, you know, and,
that's amazing.
Opened up 2 shops, well, actually 3. So I opened up 1 shop, and that was a mobile truck. I had like this whole mobile barbershop thing going on during the pandemic. And opened up another barbershop, and now I'm working on my 3rd.
You're working on your 3rd. Can you want to give us a shout out? What was your mobile barbershop called, or any other your businesses when it comes to the?
At the time, so the mobile barbershop I don't have no more.
You don't have no more.
So I just have my West Side location.
Your West Side location.
103rd. That's Triple K's Barbershop 1.
Triple K's Barbershop. Check them out.
Triple K's Barbershop 1, and then I have a new one I'm just opening up. Triple K's Barbershop 2. Right across the street from the school I graduated from, Andrew Jackson.
From Andrew Jackson. So you got a North Side location and a West Side location. Okay, that's perfect. What kind of inspired you to become an entrepreneur? Like, what made you those steps? Like, what inspired you as far as, hey, let me decide to take this step and open an actual barbershop? Because, you know, a lot of people are kind of scared to, like, you know, like step into that, because, you know, people are worried about what if it doesn't become successful, you know what I'm saying? They really don't have the courage and the kind of the strength to move forward. So what kind of inspired you to do that?
You know, man, just coming up in life, you know, as a young person, you know, not being able to hold down many jobs as I wanted, just feeling like, you know, I wanted to be like in control of what I didn't want to have to, you know what I'm saying, like every day go to work and not being able to just say what I want, do what I want. So I was like, man, you know what, I want to be able to be like my own boss. You know, and then the entrepreneurial just came later on, you know, throughout the process. But I would tell anybody, man, you know, just go after what you love. You know what I mean? Don't let anyone stop you or deter you from what you're passionate about. You know, I'm not gonna sit up here and fabricate and make it seem like, oh, it's just a sweet thing, because being an entrepreneur,
definitely,
it's a lot. You know, there's a lot of losses versus the gains, but when you get to that point where you want to be, you appreciate all those times, those setbacks. So just staying consistent and being persistent, man, is what's gotten me to where I am today. You know what I mean? And if I can, inspire someone to like go after their dreams, whether it be barbering, fashion, photography, just keep at it. Yeah. Because you'll never know when that opportunity come if you quit.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And just don't let anybody like take that away from you. You know what I'm saying? So
that's definitely inspiring. There's definitely some good words of wisdom. Like going back into it. So you started off as a barber, right?
Yeah, as a barber. Yeah.
What came next? Did the photography come next, or did the
wardrobe
stylist became next? Okay.
So after doing a barbering, I was like, you know what? When you're doing something for so long, it becomes like, like it's the same thing over and over again.
A routine.
Routine, redundant. It's like, I want to do something else. So, I'm gonna pick it back on coming up before the barbering.
Okay.
I was in love with fashion.
Okay.
That's my first love, fashion. Yeah. But the grooming it just like merged into
it's all about the aesthetics.
Yeah,
grooming, styling, it's all at once. You can't have a fresh fit without no haircut.
Yeah, right.
And, or you can't come to the club and then you got a fresh fit on and then you ain't got no lineup, nothing like that. You gotta, as a man, you gotta feel all the way through, I got you.
And so man, I just always see my brother. My brother is one of the ones who really inspired me and like into the fashion aspect. I used to see him dressed down. I don't know how old you is, man, but
I'm 32.
Oh, 32. Well, yeah, too far. So growing up wearing duck head, Elise's, Filas, all that kind of stuff like that, man, and track suits. That was the stuff that really like attracted me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't so much like the Gucci and all that kind of stuff. The real fashion designer names. It was just like the simple stuff.
So you're more into like streetwear kind of aesthetic. Yeah. You're not really into high fashion.
No.
I'm a little bit of mixing both.
Yeah.
Cause like when I tell people like, me and my friend was talking the other day, shout out Dope Tropic, shout out Janelle. Cause we have a clothing brand going on, right? And then he asked me like, who do I like kind of like go, who can I like inspire my style from and stuff like that? And I told him, man, Fabulous.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say Fabulous, man. His streetwear.
But he mixes it like it's the whole. Oh yeah, I got on a Dickie fit, but guess what? Louis Vuitton, like what I'm saying, like
he can tailor it up or he can bring it down.
Yes.
So he's one of the ones that I look at him like that guy he has like that real street high fashion deal. So. But yeah, man, just watching my brother dress a certain way, and that inspired me. So I was like, I want to get into the fashion thing too. So at that age, when you're young, you want to be like big bro.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
That's just what I want to do.
Definitely.
So I said, when I get a little older, I'm gonna make sure my dress game is, top tier. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I just watch certain people in the industry. And I always like look at them like, I want to be like that, or I want to dress like that. I used to see like, Fabulous, Jada Kids, or even like some Southern rappers,
Wale.
Yeah. Wale, his dress game
Wale
is just different. I like, it's a few people out there who I look at.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, they're pretty dope in the fashion.
Yeah. Game. So after your whole Stylist thing, then you see, okay, I'm well put together. Then it was like, okay, photography comes into it.
Now that part, like when I was doing like my styling, so it started in my apartment.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I bought a mannequin from the JCPenney on Dunn Avenue when it was closing down, and I was like, I needed something to showcase my work. Yeah. And I used to just style mannequins, man, and sometimes I would just dress up and go places. Yeah. It wasn't going nowhere, but just want to dress up so people can see, just be kind of like inquisitive. Like, who's this guy, Yeah. And, just started like that. And so once I got my first client to do a shoot with, she actually worked here. She was a news reporter. The name of, she worked for Channel 4, what's her name? Lena, what's her name?
Is it Raina Lorraine?
Lena Pringle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was a news reporter here. Okay. And I had my first opportunity styling her. Yeah. And so at the time, I couldn't afford a photographer and do everything all at once. So I said, you know what? I want to learn how to do photography. And when I did her shoot, it was just like, I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
And so from then on, I just started incorporating everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just went on YouTube University. Yeah. Just started learning, man, and just now I've done so many projects with photography, man.
I got
and just like kind of mastered it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
In this whole background stylist, can you give us a little bit like how does it work? Because you know what I'm saying, like I'm kind of like interested in being a wardrobe stylist. So how, like if I'm a client, right?
Yeah.
How is it gonna be like? Can I just come up to like, hey, I got a $2,000 budget.
Right.
This is what I like, or can you like style me based on my like, you know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm short and kind of chunky, you know what I'm saying? So like, I can't be in no tight jeans, you know what I'm saying? But I like to wear like slim, like, you know what I'm saying, slim stuff.
Kind of like taper.
Yeah. But my whole aesthetics right now is like, you know, like, I like to do the whole Cali thing. Like, I'll show you a little bit of pictures and stuff like that. Like, I like to do the whole Cali thing, like, you know, like the whole, it's my uniform. It's like I usually have like a shirt on, like a shirt jacket or anything like that.
Yeah, like that Cali vibe. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen, I've actually know a couple guys in the Los Angeles area, man.
Yeah, like that kind of aesthetics are like, you know what I'm saying? The whole, that's actually like New York / Cali thing. We did the whole Dickie outfit with the Louis Vuitton, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, yeah. So what I tell people who try to, you know, book with me or they want me to style them, I always give them a breakdown.
Yeah.
So my motto for my business, Mr. Peculiar Styles, is be creative, be different, be you.
Yeah.
So, and that means don't try to be like someone else. You know, be your true authentic self. So I'm not gonna style you based upon trend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna style you based upon your character and who you are. If you're a t-shirt jeans person every day, I'm gonna style you based upon that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of times people book me, I don't even get into the budget. Yeah. Right? Because I don't want them to feel, you know, intimidated or feel like, oh, I can't afford this guy. I get to know them first. That's the first part. Yeah. And then we'll go into, you know, what I can do for you is this. You know, I get your ideas and what you want to do and what look you're going for, and I'll build upon that and create like a mood board for my clients. Yeah. And once they see that, they're like, okay, yeah, you know, I can work with that. Yeah. And then I get into the budget. You know what I mean? Guy come, like you said, $2,000. Yeah. We'll work that. I don't have to spend the whole $2,000. A lot of times, you give me $2,000 and I probably can get you 2 and 3 outfits with $500. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just the experience and expertise I have in the fashion industry. A lot of times you don't have to spend all that type of money just to look presentable or look the way you want. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It just comes over time. Gotcha. You know? And it's just natural to me.
Gotcha. Do you also go over with them like with the whole sizing thing? Like, because with me, right? I like to like, right now this is extra large, right? Yeah. I usually wear a large, you know what I'm saying? But it's a little bit tighter. But my girlfriend told me like, hey, just wear the extra large. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then my whole thing, before I used to wear like really big stuff. Like I used to wear like 40, like 38. Yeah. But right now I'm learning, just get a 36 and cut it off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cut off the hems and stuff like that. Yeah.
You know,
because that's a big part of like the way that I feel like that I look good. Because, you know, I hem my pants, like, you know, I cut it off. Like, I want it because it's mine.
Yeah, you want to be tailored to you.
Yes, tailored. There it is.
Yeah, tailored to you. Yes. A lot of times, when getting into that part, you know, we'll do the sizing before all that. Like I always tell people, there's a difference between your sizes and your measurements. Yeah. You know, when you start getting into measurements and stuff like that, that's when it's more specific, like as far as tailoring and you get some custom. Yeah. Sizes can be you know, large shirt, 36, 32 in the pants, 10 and a half shoe. Yeah. You know, it's simple. But when you really want something for you, then we go into that next step. Like, okay, when they sit down, we need to get you measured and all that kind of stuff like that. And, you know, that's how that goes. Yeah. Okay. I gotcha. So, can you give us a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, any experience or a little bit of struggles would you have juggling, you know, between the photography, the whole barbershop, and then, you know what I'm saying, being a wardrobe stylist? Did you have any struggles? Like, you know what I'm saying, like, as far as like, you know, you're an entrepreneur and you're juggling 3 businesses. Like, is there any difficult situations that you had to overcome with, and then any advice from those experiences? I will say, just having the support, you know, outside of my wife, you know, my family, was one of my biggest supporters. But just financially, you know, there's a lot of times you will experience this, and say this to the viewers, you know what I mean? There will come a time where no one is going to help you. You know what I mean? Even people you might look up to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The people who you feel like you can network with. A lot of times, and it's sad to say, people envy you, you know, and what they see you doing, and they know you have the ability to do great things, but they won't help you.
They don't believe in you.
They don't believe, you know what I mean? And it's like a competition out here. And you just have to remind yourself, man, you know, you're your biggest supporter. You know what I mean? And for me, there were some times where I couldn't get the pieces I wanted, you know, or I had a hard time trying to find the right model or get the right client, or, you know, afford the equipment to do the shoot, you know what I mean? And a lot of times I just felt like, man, I really felt like giving up, you know, and it was a moment where I almost did, you know, just want to throw in a towel because I was so passionate about it. And when you don't have those opportunities, even you're doing everything you can. I mean, you putting out posts, you're reaching out to people, you know, you even willing to do stuff free. You know what I mean? I've done a lot of free things when it comes to like fashion and photography and whatnot, and it became taxing over time. Sometimes I done cried and got upset simply because I wanted it so bad. But the thing that kept me going is the support. You know what I mean? My wife, she could tell you, you know, there were days where I just didn't know what to do, but she would be there to talk to me and say, you know what, there's someone out there who appreciate what you do and need what you do. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna speak long on it, but I was on Instagram one day and Pastor Jamal Bryan was saying someone out there needs what you have. You know, it doesn't matter how many no's you get, doesn't matter, you know, if you don't get any leads, there's one person out there who needs what you have, you know what I'm saying? Like one person is still an audience. Yeah. Doesn't matter if you have 100 or just one, it's still an audience. And there's someone out there that's looking at you. And it just takes one person, man, to change your life. Yeah. And I want to just share that with you, man. Like even if you was, you know, with the whole show and everything, it just takes one person to see this and say, you know what, I want to bring that guy on. It can change your whole life, man. So the advice part is like, don't stop. Yeah. Regardless of what the numbers say, regardless of what you're not getting, like just don't stop, because at some point, you know what I'm saying, your breakthrough will come through, and it's just your whole life will change if you be consistent and don't give up. And that's what has gotten me to where I am today.
That is a great advice. So. That's very inspiring. And then like, you know what I'm saying, like from what I hear, is like, you know, every great man has a greater woman. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? That's definitely great. Like, you know, you have that support system there to keep you going, and then kind of like, you know, move past these, you know what I'm saying, challenges, and then you know, overcome them. That's really inspiring, man. Like, you're great, bro. You actually knocked out most of the questions, just talking, like, you know, just letting it flow and stuff like that. My whole next question, I guess, like we knocked out a whole bunch of questions that are like I was gonna go back to back. You know what I'm saying? But you're great. You know what I'm saying? Good job. Do you have any advice to any entrepreneurs like coming up in your specific, like, you know, industry or anything like that? Like, you know, I don't really specifically know of any other, you know, wardrobe stylists or anything like that. Like, that's why I'm really interested. That's why I was like, when you talked about it, I got questions and stuff like that. Yeah. Because I'm really into style. But like I'm in that age where like I'm in between, because you know I work a 9 to 5, right? So the type of clothes that I get is like I got to make sure I can wear it out, but also wear it to the office. So I'm in that casual / streetwear, but like upper brands too, like, you know what I'm saying, because I got to mix it up. But do you have any advice to upcoming entrepreneurs? And you know what I'm saying, like you kind of touched upon that with not giving up, but I want to touch on is your specific industry. You know,
if you're talking about like the wardrobe stylist,
wardrobe stylist, or you know what I'm saying, you're the only one that I know, man. Like, you're killing it. Look at you, bro. Look at you.
I appreciate it, man. You know, for someone who's trying to tackle that field, that industry, start out small. You know, even if you have to use yourself, just start looking at different people, you know, whether it be celebrities, the music industry, or whatever, athletes. Just try to purchase things at a low level and build upon that. Like, you can shop at like
Burlington,
Ross or DTLR or something like that, and just you know, start building a wardrobe from there. Also, you know, it don't take a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Use what you have.
Yeah.
You know, you might not be able to go out and buy shoes from head from head to toe. You know, you might have a pair of jeans. You know, go online and order a shirt, you know, and go buy some shoes and like put it together. And just start giving people an idea of who you are, you know what I'm saying, as far as fashion go. But if you're really trying to go into the industry, I would just use social media. You know, reach out to people. Say, hey man, you know, hey, you know, your lady, hey, you know, I wanna, you know if you give me an opportunity to style you, whatever. You might get some no's. Most of the time you probably get no's, but when you do get that one person, you know, try your best to bring what you want to do for that person in life. And over time it'll show, and people start taking you serious, because people don't know what they don't know. You know what I mean? So if they don't know what you are, what you desire to be, they'll never know. So you just have all this creativity in your mind, but if you're not taking the opportunity to use it, nobody's gonna know. The same way nobody wanna know if you cut hair or you do videos or you're a good cook, like you're a chef, and like nobody's gonna know until you put it out there. In the atmosphere. So you know, just go and just do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't question yourself. Don't try to figure out what if it don't work, because I did that. Learned early on. I did that with myself, and I just stopped questioning. I just started doing it. You know, and a lot of times, man, stuff come to my head, and I just do it. Like, I'm not worried about
what other people think.
It ain't about that.
It's about yourself.
It's about
self-expression.
And somebody, like I said, somebody out there gonna recognize that. You know what I mean? And that should tell you what you're doing, you know, it's not in vain. You know what I'm saying? Like, it actually means something. It's actually gonna do something later on in life for you. So, you know, that's like my little advice to people who think about being a wardrobe stylist or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? So,
So, 2025 is a new year. Do you have any short-term goals for the year or long-term goals when it comes to all your businesses? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to being a barber, being a wardrobe stylist, and also being a photographer? Like, what is your short-term and long-term goals?
So, short-term is right now to pretty much like have everything done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to still be working on it as if like it's a new thing that I'm doing. Like, I want to be known for this now. You know what I mean? And just have everything set in place, you know, like right now. So when people do look me up, or they do know, they don't have to question or have to go look. They already know what I'm doing right now. They already know how to find me and how to book me and all kinds of stuff like that. So I want to be known for what I'm doing rather than trying to be figured out about what I'm doing. If that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So,
you what it sounds like is you want to be established in your kind of line of businesses. When it comes to, like, you know, just also a wardrobe stylist, a photographer, and being a barber, but you've been a barber for a long time to get your barber shop. So
I don't want that to be in question. You know, I want them to know, like,
they know, hey, that's that guy. That's that guy.
That's that guy. I don't want them. And you know, long term, I really want to have an agency. You know,
agency as far as like modeling agency and stuff.
An agency that houses everything that we talked about. Fashion, photography.
So, like, you're visualizing one building
where you have people that, like, their agents or whoever they work through, they want to come to my agency that will give them opportunities to land them in working with a top photographer or models. They need to build a comp card, you know, for a, you know,
have a portfolio for a model
and teaching them how to get into the industry and how to do certain things, or just barbering, you know, like a lot of times, man, and I want to say this, we like to withhold information from each other. for whatever reason, I don't know, but I think it hinders us when you do that. Like, I may know something that you need, and the reason why I don't want to give it to you because you might go surpass me. And I just think that mentality is like messed up amongst each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't get this on my own. You know, somebody taught me. So knowledge is free. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah,
because in that statement, right, it's not about what you know, it's what you do with that information. So me personally, if you ask me, I will tell you. I got no secrets to hide. But that's the thing when other people come to me, it was like, hey bro, how come you didn't tell me that you know about investments? How come you didn't tell me you know about stocks? I was like, bro, I told you this. Y'all didn't listen, and you never asked me. So how can I tell you about the credit score and stuff like that? Like, how can I educate you as far as like financial freedom and stuff like that? But you never came to me. What you came to me with is like, let's go party, or let's go, like, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely do agree with your statement. Surround yourself with the right people, and give them knowledge. I'm pretty sure you have somebody that you look up to, like maybe a mentor or anything like that, kind of talk you through. So what were you doing and stuff like that? But I definitely agree. You know what I'm saying? Brotherhood builds stronger men, and then you know what I'm saying? That's what we don't have here. This is one of the biggest parts of the reason why we're doing the show. Is kind of try to spread the positivity and kind of highlight the people that is, you know what I'm saying, that has that motivation to inspire others. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I definitely agree.
And that's just you know, that's how I've always been, man. I believe in sharing knowledge. You know, 'cause even if I don't, benefit from it, I want to see the next person. Because that's what it's mainly about. One guy. I would mention, y'all can check him out on social media. His name is Jay Bolin. One of the guys I looked up to, in the fashion game. He's a celebrity stylist. He always told me, and he always tell me when he see me, it's not about, you getting in the door. It's about helping getting others into the door with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just been my mentality. I don't, there's a lot of people here who you probably see on my page or whatever, like didn't even think about doing fashion or photography and stuff like that, and to be able to contribute to what they're doing, and now see them in a different space, or like the things that I have, the seeds I've sown, and now I'm seeing it like happen. You know what I mean? That's that's like that means a lot. That's
a product of you.
That means a lot to me because
it's a part of your life.
And I don't have to get the kudos from it. I'm just happy to know that I was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I want to do, regardless of what field is in. You know what I'm saying? So. And
then with that statement, right? I do believe that in positive karma, and also like if you spread the light, you also get blessed. That's true. Getting ready to wrap it up. Do you have any closing statements or questions for me, man? It's been a great interview. Like, you knocked it out of the ballpark. Whatever we talked about, I'm really interested in stuff like that. I'm definitely gonna hit you up with questions and stuff like that. Like, as far as like, like, hey, like, can I put this together or whatever? We're definitely gonna work together, man. I feel it, bro. So, any closing statements, or any questions for me?
Man, keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? I like, how you tackle everything.
Yes, sir.
It's not a lot of people willing to take risks or do the stuff that you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Even in, a small setting or whatever, like you may not be to where you want to be right now, but as long as you're putting out the work, somebody's gonna see it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta start small, and I'm a big believer, like my faith, you know what I'm saying? I really believe that if you give it to God, you know what I mean, and you trust Him with what you're doing, you don't have to worry about how it's going to end up. As long as you keep Him first, He'll open the doors for you, you know what I'm saying? And that's just been, none of this would have been possible without God.
Without God,
because I don't, none of this is not, He's blessed me with the skill sets, but I ain't been to school, I haven't been to college for none of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know it's Him. Like, I don't know nothing about photography like that. It's just it's a gift that he's given me. And every time that I do it and I put out in the atmosphere, I give it to him. You know, he gets the glory from it all, man. So, you know, like I'm just telling you, bro, just if you keep that mindset and understand that, dude, like, you think this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something else out there that you don't even see. Like, a whole studio, your whole production of what you're doing. So if you think like that and you believe that, man, and don't worry about how it looks, I promise you, because I would never thought that I would be doing what I'm doing today with less experience. You know what I'm saying? And just if you believe that, trust me, you'll be right where he wants you to be.
That's definitely inspiring, and I do believe in the words that you know what I'm saying, your words, man. Like, without God, nothing is possible.
Yeah, nothing is possible, bro. It's because of him where I'm at today.
Yes, sir. I feel the same way. You know, gave up a lot of stuff and made a promise to God, and he changed my life. So
that's what's up, man.
Yes, sir. So, man, we're getting ready to wrap. I mean, it is wrapped up. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering and stuff like that, man, because he's speaking the truth, bro. Like, hey, but it's a wrap. It's your boy Joey Fresh, No Lazy Bones Magazine.